Speaker 134.
Thank you for keeping your promise. My name's Ronald Newigham, and I live in Louisville Rural, which is pretty far to the eastern side of Nebraska. My credentials are simply that I'm a Nebraskan, and I have been a union member all my life. I don't belong to the orange or the red that's here today, but I do resent the extreme labeling by Suits and Entrepreneur because I don't agree with the proposed pipeline. I find it amazing that a 12-year-old girl from Bellevue has more common sense than most people that I've seen here today. My issues, though, are over the government speaking from both sides of its mouth. I resent my government doing that to me. And I say that because Senator Johanns asked the State Department to do another study on proposed routing. They assigned an agency from their own department. They came up with the second and third routing, and the State Department denied the routing because it said it was environmentally unfriendly due to the extra miles in the United States. Well, if that be true, then why, when Senator Johanns came up with the solution to run this pipeline through Canada through Canada easterly until it got to the easement that's already owned and the eastern edge of the Dakotas, Nebraska, and Kansas, and run it down to Steel City, one of its routing marks in the maps, and everybody has this available to them, that it was denied. And but even at that, Senator Johanns' routing was less miles than the proposed route already. What is it? Is it the miles of the routing that makes it environmentally unfriendly? Or the Mr. Johanns' proposal that he says that maybe from that point at Steel City we can go easterly to St. Louis and the refineries there and have them process the oil there, and then the Midwesterns would get some benefit out of that. But like I said, his route was denied. Because it needs, the reason for this, in my opinion, it needs to go to the Baskin oil fields, which this government and big business wants. In the maps and in the fact handouts, it says right here, the proposed project is also capable of transporting U.S. crude oil to the delivery points. That delivery points are the Port of Houston and the Port of Port of Arthur in Louisiana. Then that would be shipped out. I see this not to be in our national interest. I see this to be in business interest. My issue here is if you come with a problem and an argument, you come with a fix. And I unfortunately only have the fix probably for 2/3 of the end in here. The labor, which I support, and the people that want to protect the aquifer. And as I state here in the aquifer, there's two issues that can do this. One, I am saying, raise the standard of the material, because if a line falters, it will be blamed on labor. Two, run it simply from the northern edge of Nebraska, where it's got to enter, over the approximate 100 miles east to the existing easement, continue on south as laid out. That's a minimal of 100 miles. That protects the aquifer, and at least it will give 2/3 of the bodies here satisfaction. Do not let this administration make another embarrassing decision.